Good morning, everyone. It's another exciting day on this Kenya Diaspora Media Good Morning. Welcome to this Good Morning program, and the theme is to rejoice and be glad. It's a new day. So I would like you to tell me where you're tuning from so that we can be able to tune in together and move on this day in rejoicing and be glad. As we prepare to join me in the studio, here is Kenya Diaspora Media, our own CEO, with this wonderful song, welcoming us to this Good Morning KDM family. Here we go. Tuendelee na muziki kabisa. Asante na karibu sana. Karibu sana na cheza na Kenya Diaspora Media. Huyo ni CEO wetu. That's our CEO, our own Jeremy Damaris. Nekore na mwihoko. There is hope. And there is hope in this day for us to be able to rejoice and be glad. It's a new day. Are you having that hope? I have that hope. Let's keep on dancing. DJ mwenyewe, the DJ on the studio today is Esther Nduta. So as you join me, just tell me where you're tuned in and where you're getting me from. If it's on YouTube, karibu sana. If it's on Facebook, karibu sana. I'm trying to tune in on Facebook as well so that we can go live. And this is our own CEO, Jeremy Damaris, saying there is hope. So let's dance with this hope and knowing that this is a new day that God has made and we are going to rejoice in it. So if you want me to speak Swahili or English, comment below here and we will be able to tune with you to be able to speak whatever language of your choice that you want. Otherwise, nekore na mwihoko. This is KDM Asubuhi Njema. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Let us rejoice and dance. Let's stand up and exercise even if Esther is sitting here. My name is Esther from Leicester. Please, let's stand up and exercise our minds, our bodies. There is my Yes, nikore na mwihoko kuri othe aria mamwetagirira Jehova. There is hope. That's what that song is saying. And karibu sana kwenye Kenya Diaspora Media. Karibu sana. You are joining Esther here, and Esther is from Leicester in the UK. And if this is your first time to join in, I am one of the presenters on Kenya Diaspora Media. So karibu sana. All I want to do today is to encourage you and you and you and you. And if you're joining in, please comment on the chat so that I can be able to talk to you. You can be able to talk to me as we continue in this broadcast today. So karibu sana Penina. Karibu sana Penina Kingara, or is it Kingara? Karibu sana, and you're saying, hello Esther, watching from Kenya, Kitale. Hey, Penina, Kitale is where I was raised in my formative years when I was young, between the ages of maybe 1 and 4. I was in Kitale. So asante sana. Uko Kitale kwetu mashamba ya mahindi ni mengi. So we do a lot of corn there, and Kitale is a beautiful town. Them days it used to be called Mwisho Wareli. Kwa hivyo karibu sana Penina Kigara or Kingara. Karibu sana kwa kuungana nami. Please do correct me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Otherwise, it's a glorious day. It's a wonderful day where I am. It's just about 10 o'clock. It's 2 minutes to 10 where I am. What time is it where you're tuning in from? What time is it where you're tuning in from? And what is your day like? My day is cloudy, but I like it. It's cool. So cool and warm in between there. So it's a wonderful, wonderful day. Kwa hivyo nakukaribisha wewe na wewe. Karibu sana. Join me as we get started on Kenya Diaspora Media. Na nekore na mwihoko. This time round, we will be going to listen to Lucy Minor as she welcomes us to this new music here as well. So karibu sana from wherever you're tuning in. Let's sing with Lucy Minor here as she is entertaining us with her song here. Okay, let's get started from the beginning. It's always good to start from the beginning. Come on, Lucy. Karibu sana. Karibu. Just checking the sound, making sure that everyone is getting me okay. So wherever you're tuned in, let me know if you can be able to hear me. Yes, so that you can be able to join me. Thank you so much for joining in. It's another wonderful day. I don't know how your day is like where you are, but I'm feeling excited and I'm feeling very happy. So there we go. He's My Protector by Lucy Minor.
Kanyito ne merimo mioru taya corona. Yare
Yes, we all need someone that we can trust. We all need someone we can trust. We all need someone we can rely on so that life is smoother. I don't know who you're relying on today. Sijui ni nani unayemtegemea mchana wa leo. I don't know. So today we'll be joined by the singers. Yes, our CEO, our own CEO, Jeremy Damaris and Lucy Minor are the ones I'm going to be playing. And if you want any song from them, then I can be able to play it if it's available. But one of the things that I am excited about today is that it's a new day. It's a new day that the Lord has made, and it's a great day. It's like a new canvas. So this, I am just saying good morning, KDM family, and you and you and you are my family. So this morning is about welcoming you to this platform so that we can be able to join in the day. Yeah, one of the things that I've found out is that people are becoming more lonelier and lonelier and lonelier since the days of the COVID-19 lockdown, particularly in the West. I don't know about Kenya. I don't know about East Africa. I don't know about any other area that you're tuning in from. I don't know how the condition of the heart and the condition of the mind is like. I don't know, but I know, and I've heard, and I'm seeing on the news, and I'm seeing on the clips that are coming through, and I'm seeing on the suggestion things that are coming through, that people are becoming more lonelier. But guess what? You can choose not to be lonely. You can choose to be lonely. In our program yesterday, one of the programs that we had last night, we were talking about having the right mindset and also having the right attitude for the day. It's not an easy job sometimes to set the mind right and to set the attitudes right, but it's possible. So what I will encourage you is this morning, let's look for that rejoicing and let's look for that gladness. But how do we get that gladness? One of the ways we can get that gladness is by starting at a place of gratefulness. What are you grateful for? Wewe unafurahia kitu kipi leo? Unashukuru Mungu kwa kitu kipi leo? Unashukuru mtu fulani kwa kitu kipi? What is that one thing that you're thanking God for this morning? What is that one thing you're thanking someone else for? And you can let me know, and I can be able to extend this to them, because this will be live, but it will be like a pre-recorded, so it will be here later on. They can get that message. So I'm asking you, what is it that you would like me to be able to pass as a message of gratitude to someone else? Kwa hivyo karibu sana Lucy, endelea kutuambia. Nikuri na mwihoko, nikuri na mwihoko, niwe mumenyereri wa ngoro yakwa, niwe mumenyereri wa ngoro yakwa. God is the one who takes care of my heart. And therefore, Lucy Minor, Mogiteri. Nashukuru sana Paul Gadhonjia, asante sana. And you're saying good morning, tuned in from Atlanta, Georgia, United States. Karibu sana Paul. And you're saying you're watching the show while busy at work. Kazi ni nzuri kabisa. It's good to work. So thank you so much, Paul, for joining in. And I am glad that you could be able to join in this morning from where I am. I know it's very late in the night, or rather it's towards morning where you are in the United States, but I don't know which part of the United States that you are. Or you said you are Atlanta, Georgia. So tell us what time it is in Atlanta, Georgia, as we continue to stream in. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. And thank you so much. So you're saying, Penina, that Kitale is cloudy and cold here. You know, one of the things I've been smiling at, and I should smile at, it's because I've experienced both extremes of the weather. You know, having grown up in Kenya and knowing the temperatures are on average about 21 to 22 there, and then coming into the UK where I have gone up to negative degrees and I know how freezing it can be. So when it's 15 degrees in Kenya, I know it's freezing. But when it's a higher temperature here in the UK, when it's about 16, that's the norm. Today is about 25 and we are feeling not yet 25. It's about maybe 21 at the moment, and we are trying to think, oh, it's a very warm day today. Let me just check for you so that I can confirm for you what temperature it is. In the region where I am right now, it's saying it's 12 degrees. That's what it says. But it feels nice and warm. But for the Kenyans, I know it can be very freezing cold when it's at 15, 16. And I know that's what people have been saying. It's freezing cold. Yes, we are kind of experiencing extreme weathers. Yes, in Kenya, we are experiencing the 12 degrees and all that. We never used to experience such low temperatures. But again, I don't know whether we can say it's the global warming. Do you think it's the global warming, or do you think that it's just the change of times? What do you think could be causing these extreme weathers? Here, the other day, we had 39 degrees. We had 39 degrees going to 40, I think, in London, because it's a bit on the south. I'm right in the Midlands, in the middle of England. So the highest we experienced was 39, and I'm telling you, it was hot. It was burning leaves. In London, there are houses that were burnt. So temperatures are going very extreme. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hannah W. I am in Great Britain, Greenford, working. It's 10 a.m. Yes, Hannah, we are on the same time scale. So thank you so much. And Regina David, you're tuned in. Karibu sana. Asante sana for tuning in. And then Moses Kokach, it's the end times. Is that true, Moses Kokach? Maybe, I don't know. But that's what you have said, that it is the end times. Maybe it's the end times. Some people have said it's the global warming. I cannot also draw a line and say this is exactly what is happening. I don't quite understand. Guess what? That's why I have invited you today, so that we can celebrate today, the present that is today, the gift that is today, that we will take this moment at a time and be glad and rejoice. Rejoice with Esther from Leicester. Rejoice with Esther from Leicester, from wherever I am. And Paul Gadonjia is saying time here is 5:08 in the morning. That is 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's the break of day. Kwa hivyo, Paul, karibu sana. In the newness of the day, we are ahead of you a little bit. And then Betty Kimani says here in Kenya, it's about 12 p.m. So you're just about kukula mankuli ya mchana. You're just about to have your lunch there. So, karibuni sana. This is Kenya Diaspora Media. And one of the things I'm doing today is to welcome you and you as the KDM family, and say good morning, because it's still morning except for Kenya when it's coming to afternoon. Karibu sana mahali popote unaposikiliza. Karibu sana, and join me and let's be the party in this. So I was listening to, or rather we were listening to Lucy Minor when she was telling us, niwe mumenyereri wa ngoro yakwa. He is the one who protects my heart, my soul, my life. And here we go with Lucy Minor as we welcome her back. Karibu sana. And I'm still experimenting on our this mitambo, so sometimes you can see them dragging and dragging and dragging. It's because the DJ is on the stage and she's trying to make sure everything is moving on okay. Let me see whether this one of KDM, our CEO, whether it won't be jumpy, and let's see whether it's downloaded very well. So karibu sana JD, hebu tukusikia hapo hivyo ukitusharazia mziki, tuone huo mziki unaendelea kivipi. Karibu sana. Karibu.
Birikanaga wendo waku uria unyendete naguo, wendo mwingi utari ucuke na wendo mukinyaniru, utumaga ndiriririe guikaraga ndinyihitie guguthingata makiria, wendo waku ni uhotaga ndukareke ngariganiro, niwe goya wananyonia ndi muroyo wariwa, ndukareke ngariganiro, niwe goya wananyonia ndi muroyo wariwa. aria gina omakoja ede wendo waku gayo turaga umenyereire niguo ndikananirwo nĩ mĩgwĩ mĩũru ya ngoma ndokareke ngariganĩrwo nĩwe ũrĩa wananyonia ĩndĩ mũhuro ndokareke ngariganĩrwo.
DJ kwenye studio leo ni Esther Nduta, Esther from Leicester, karibu sana. Na kwenye mziki pale ni CEO, it's our CEO, our own Jeremy Damaris, who has given us this wonderful platform for the Kenya Diaspora Media, the pillar for the community, and you and you and you and I, we are the community pillars.
Omuthenya ndaraga irathimo ciaku ngoreka ĩnjĩka ndamenya kũrĩa nyumĩte gũtirĩ ũngĩahotire kũruta ngoro ĩno yakwa hatĩka-inĩ ya mathĩna tiga nĩwe waingĩrĩire ndokareke ngariganĩrwo nĩwe ũrĩa wananyonia ĩndĩ mũhuro ũyũ ndokareke ngariganĩrwo nĩwe ũrĩa wananyonia ĩndĩ mũhuro ũyũ wa riũa.
Niko na wewe pamoja.
Oyaye kwano rimwe Ngai tũranana niĩ wega waku ũnjigane ũtũre ũndathimĩte ndathimĩra nyũmba yakwa wĩra wa moko makwa maũndũ makwa mothe ndũkareke ngaconoka ndũkareke ngariganĩrwo nĩwe ũrĩa wananyonia ĩndĩ mũhuro wa riũa ndũkareke ngariganĩrwo nĩwe ũrĩa wananyonia ĩndĩ mũhuro wa riũa.
Oh, nampenda sana JD kwa sababu anatu encourage sana. He loves to encourage us. He encourages us a lot. And therefore, today, as I am just listening to these songs, I'm encouraged as well. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really encouraged. Let us never forget the goodness of God and the good that He has done to our lives, so that we don't forget what He has done and therefore forget about His goodness and His grace upon our lives. So, karibu sana kwenye Kenya Diaspora Media. Welcome to the Kenya Diaspora Media. My name is Esther from Leicester. And what I'm doing this morning, I'm welcoming all the KDM fans, the KDM family, nikisema karibu sana. And I'm speaking both Swahili and English and Kikuyu, of course, because our songs are in Kikuyu. And you can let me speak your own language if you would like me to, because if you write it down here, I'll be able to read it in your own language. Bwakire abagusi, sijui kama mko mahali fulani wa Kisii mnanisikiliza. Bwakire mbola murie waluya wote mahali popote mliko, karibuni sana. Na mnifundishe lugha zenu pia. Kama kuna mtu anaongea lugha yoyote ambayo sio Kiswahili, sio Kiingereza, sio Kikuyu, yes, if you can be able just to share the greetings in your own language here, I'll be able to peperusha them for you right where you are. Kwa hivyo, karibuni sana. Tulianza na Penina Kingara, karibu sana from Kitale. Penina, asante sana kwa kuungana nami. Pia Paul Gadhonjia, asante sana kwa kuungana nami. Karibu sana from Atlanta, Georgia. Pia Regina David, karibu sana kwa kuungana nami. Hannah W, unasema karibu sana, uko hapa kwetu United Kingdom. And Betty Kimani, umeungana nasi pia, unasema ni kitu saa 6 kule Kenya. No, saa hii imepita pengine saa 6 na robo hivi kule Kenya. And Moses Kokach, habari ya huko. Habari ya huko kwetu ni salama kabisa. We are doing well, Moses. We are doing well, Moses. Moses, I don't know what other languages you speak. You know, when you're in the United States or your United Kingdom, when you're abroad, when you can speak many languages, it's just something to be, not prideful about, but proud about, because you are multilingual. You can be able to speak several languages. You don't just speak English. You don't just speak one language. Yes, for the Kenyans and the rest of us we took time to learn this language. But for some people here in the United Kingdom, people in England, English is their mother tongue, and therefore they may be speaking only English if they've not made an effort in school where they teach French and German for them to learn other languages. So Moses Kokach, habari ya huku ni salama kabisa. Anchege unasema hello, ne muraji gua haro, yes, tunakusikia kabisa. Nidigodhi na Azimio, todikio horo moige wa Azimio. I don't know so much about Azimio ama Kenya mpya, lakini naomba ya kwamba itakapofika tarehe 9, nafikiri ni tarehe 9 Agosti, itakapofika tarehe 9, ile kura utakayopiga na excuse me, na yule atakayoshinda siku hiyo, huyo ndiye atakuwa president wa Kenya. Maombi yangu ni ya kwamba akiwa president na atuongoze salama kabisa, awe ni Ruto, awe ni Raila ama awe ni Yupi. Tunaomba ya kwamba, kwa sababu mshindi asiyekubali kushindwa sio mshindani, asiyekubali kushindwa sio mshindani, na katika mashindano kuna washindi na kuna wale wenye ambao wanashindwa. Kwa hivyo tunaombea Kenya yangu, naomba ya kwamba tutasimama kamili kabisa, tutasimama kamili na tuchague pendo la roho yetu, na hilo roho yetu itakayoamua, huyo ndiye atakuwa kiongozi. So wako akishinda makofi, wangu wakishindwa tushukuru na tuishi katika umoja na tusituangane, tusipigane, kwa sababu sisi ni Wakenya halisi. Sisi ni Wakenya na ni Wakenya halisi. Kwa hivyo asubuhi ya leo nasema let's rejoice and be glad in this new day. Let us rejoice and be glad in this new day. And Mkenya D, you're saying you're watching from the United States. Karibu sana, we love you. And then Jacqueline Kagure, you're saying you're tuned in from Kenya. So the Kenyans who are tuning in, asanteni sana for tuning in, and asanteni sana kwa kuweka comments zenyu pale, nafurahia sana. Maombi ya kwangu ni ya kwamba ikifika wiki ijayo hatutapigana, hatutatuangana, hatutafanya mambo ambayo wanasiasa wako pale kwenye maofisi zao wanafurahia, wanakula kumshahara kubwa hivi. Hata wale wenye kushindwa pia hupata nafasi pale kwenye serikali, kwa sababu wengine wao huwa wameshawahi aidha kuwa pale kwenye ofisi ama wana maofisi mengine ambayo wanaendeleza. Kwa hivyo wewe usifunge biashara yako ati ukaiharibu kwa sababu, ama ukaribia mwenzako kwa sababu ya politics. Wacha tuziache ziendelee vile vile. Democracy huwa wanasema ni nzuri, ndio inatupea uwezo wa kuvote, lakini si ati it's the best way of doing things. However, democracy is better than when you've been limited for not doing anything. Kwa hivyo nasemaje? Karibu sana msikilizaji wangu. Let us rejoice in this new day. Let us be able to be glad in it. It's not an easy job sometimes, because everybody is going through some situation of some sort. So it may be difficult, it may be hard. But look at this. Yeah, wacha nikuwekee mziki tena huyu wa Jeremy Damaris, uone mahali alipotoka na mahali amefikia kiwango hiki. Karibu sana Jeremy Damaris kwa so much. Thank you so much, JD. Thank you so much, our CEO, our own CEO. Yes, never to. It's only you that I will praise and worship. God is wonderful. Look at him. This our JD now. Squeeze si ameunga kidogo. Unaona, Mungu hutoa watu mbali. Na hata the previous one was even more amechaka kidogo, lakini Mungu ni wa kuinua watu. Amemuinua naye akatufungulia mlango, akatupa hii platform. So he has given us this platform so that we can say good morning. You and I are the pillar of the community. So this morning, karibu sana mahali popote uliko unaposikiliza. Asanteni sana kwa wale ambao wameungana nami na wanazidi kuingia kwenye jikoni ya Esther. Karibu sana. Kennedy, you are saying you're watching from the United States. And Jacqueline Kagure tuned in from Kenya. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nami. Julia Maina pia unaungana nami. Hello, and I'm watching from Kenya. Asanteni sana wa Kenya kwa kuungana nami. It's good to have these networks because they are able to bring us these close, you know. We can be able to say hello to one another. We can be able to say good morning to one another. We can be able to say good afternoon because now we have moved on to afternoon in Kenya. Karibuni sana kwa kuungana nasi. This morning I just wanted to encourage you and I to rejoice and be glad. And one of the questions I had asked is about what is it that you are glad for or thankful for? What can you be thankful of? And if you have an idea of one thing that you're thankful of, then write it down here in my chat box here and I'll be able to echo it. You can echo it to God, or I can help you to echo it to God, or we can echo it to one another, because most of the time, yes, we need one another. Like today, you are encouraging me because you're here and you're listening. Thank you so much, Josie. DOO. I'm giving you another initial. I don't know why, excuse me. I'm giving you another initial. So Josie Wairimu, asante sana. Josie is our fundi wa mitambo. Asante sana kwa sababu umeungana nasi pia on the other side. So thank you so much for always being there for us. So this morning is a bit different. As we wait for the morning glory, I decided that I'm going to be talking to you and say, good morning, KDM family. Karibu sana. You are our KDM family. Kenya is diaspora, you know. Kenya is diaspora when we are here. And it's the same time people who are in the Kenya, they say we are in the diaspora. So if you're outside of where you are in the diaspora. And I believe even if you've moved from your own town, you are in the diaspora. So thank you so much for joining in. Na tunaendelea kuendelea na kuendelea. One of the things I'm saying, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for this morning? What is it that you would like Esther to echo for you this particular morning? As we continue also listening to some of the encouraging words from our own CEO, from his beautiful songs, because it is very encouraging. So the next song I'm going to play, I'm not normally playing them from the beginning, but I'm playing them as they come up so that we can keep encouraging one another. Here we go. Let me rewind for you. Let me rewind for us. asante sana, asante. Yes, nehida ikinyu, it's the time. Yeah, gutherema. Yeah, it's a time for you to be able to grow, you know. A seed, once it's put in the ground, it doesn't just stay there, it grows and it theremas. It grows and inatherema kabisa. Gutherema, what is gutherema in Swahili? Yani inakuwa. Yeah, it grows and it flourishes. Yeah, in English. Yes, thank you. Hidden Ekinyu, the time is here. The time is here for you and I to flourish, you know. So many times we've been taught and taught and taught so many things, but sometimes we do not take that word into practical life. And one of the things I've been teaching recently is that we have a kitchen here, the kitchen of our minds, and the kitchen of our minds here. So there are two compartments in that kitchen. Sometimes you're driven by your heart, and sometimes you're driven by your mind. So I don't know which one wins in your case, but I believe whatever is driven by our heart is what wins. Why? Because one of the books that I read that tells me it's out of what comes out of your heart, out of the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks. And after it speaks, of course, you leave it out, you know. So if you're filled with negativity in your heart, of course, you'll be thinking negative things. Alternatively, if you're filled with positive things in your heart, then you will be thinking positive things in your mind. And out of that, then the mouth speaketh. Out of the fullness of your heart. As a man thinketh, they say that is how they are. So I normally combine the heart and the mind together, because the mind, or rather the brain, helps the heart in the physical sense to beat. Or is it the other way around? Which one dies first? I don't know. So I believe that if the heart was to stop beating, then the brain would not have enough blood. And if the brain wouldn't have enough blood, then we would be dead. You see? So what I'm trying to say this particular morning is, I don't know what brings you joy in your heart. I don't know what brings you gladness in your heart. But for me, for you to be there listening to me this particular morning, this particular moment here, I am delighted. I am so happy because I can be able to share some of my own joy and some of my own rejoicing with you, to be able to say, karibu sana kwenye Kenya Diaspora Media. It's a day that we need to rejoice and be glad. It's a new day after all. So yesterday is gone. Yesterday is good. Yesterday is history. It can help us to be propelled into the future, Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So we need to be able to enjoy today's present, this gift that we've been given us today. It's like a blank canvas, a blank page where we need to start writing afresh. I don't know what it is you're writing afresh this particular day since morning. For me, I have been thinking about a few things in my life, and I've been thinking about my own life experiences. I was sitting in one of the rooms and I was looking at the books that I have and how many books that I used to have. I cut them down because I knew I couldn't read all the books. And that's one of the things I want to tell you today. We may not be able to do everything in life, but you are gifted to do something in life. Just like the body, I have a hand and I have a hand. There's so many things that are similar that can be done similarly. I have an arm, I have an arm. Some things can be similar to other things, yeah, but we cannot do everything. We cannot be everything. Just like the Bible says, the hand cannot be the leg, the eye cannot be the nose, the ear cannot be the mouth. Each one of them serves a purpose. Na asubuhi ya leo, this morning, what is it that brings rejoicing and joy and gladness in your heart? What is that purpose that you serve that brings you all the goodies of this life? You know, this life has a lot of goodies. Yes, it has a lot of goodness. When I say goodies, it's the goodness that is in this land. If you look at them, if you look out for them, but if you look out at other things, then you could be, yes, discouraged. So, yeah, I like listening to Jeremy Damaris a lot. And one of the songs I'm going to play now is the one on love. Because, yeah, wedo ne gai ne wedo. Let's listen to this. But I'm just going to rewind it a little bit so that it starts at the beginning so that we can start it together. Come on, Mutambo. Able to rewind tuanzie mwanzo. Hapo hivyo na tucheze mziki. Karibu sana. Karibu Jeremy Damaris na wimbo wedo ne gai. Na wedo.
Kana dire wendo hana taruduku kana gegere gabaga ya gudu hana taruduku kana gegere gabaga ya gudu wendo de gai de wendo otare wendo no vera tu wendo de gai de wendo otare wendo no vera tu. no wenda ni ndugathira wendo nĩ Ngai Ngai nĩ wendo ũtarĩ wendo no wĩra wa tũhũ wendo nĩ Ngai Ngai nĩ wendo ũtarĩ wendo no wĩra wa tũhũ.
Tamu sana wendo nĩ Ngai Ngai nĩ wendo gũtarĩ wendo maũndũ marĩa mothe tũraruta nĩ matũhũ. Those things that we do without love, it can be just wasting our own effort and energies. But I'm not saying that we should do things for the sake of doing them. I'm saying we should do things out of love. Kwa hivyo wendo nĩ Ngai Ngai nĩ wendo, kwa hivyo tujikaze kabisa. Yes, tujikaze kabisa. Nikienda kukunywa kikombe ka chai, sikiliza Jeremy Damaris tena hapa hivi akitutumbuiza na wimbo tena mwingine modoereri no kurowagirira. Who is that fights for your joy, your happiness?
wakwa ewa turomareto ni maondo maria kagatene Jehova jire Ngai muheani Jehova nisi federa yomotani nani doirane kubola kurigana na maria utekire Kyodoiga niwe mudaidori Kyodoiga niwe mudoereri Yadosia kwa shajokera Ngai wakwa niwe osinyaganyania Kyodoiga niwe mudaidori Kyodoiga niwe mudoereri Yadosia kwa shajokera Ngai wakwa niwe osinyaganyania Tugi waku Ngai ne omaketie Kuna tere unavinete Unagukoro Dari modine kanye Ngai wakwa Wema godiganenie Nanokyo leu Nego kinyana hinya Kugathererie Chugewe beneza Kyodoiga Niwe mudaidori Kyodoiga Niwe mudoereri Yadosia kwa shajokera Ngai wakwa Niwe osinyaganyania Kyodoiga Niwe mudaidori Kyodoiga Niwe mudoereri Yadosia kwa shajokera Ngai wakwa Niwe osinyaganyania wakwa kuganyire harewe batowe wiki niwe wagirire bemurugoya waria makwendete
ever so sorry because I realized my mic was off. My mic was off all this time that I've been talking, and I've been talking wonderfully here. So I've recorded nothing. So sorry so much. I'm in experimental, and it's important that you tell me whether you're hearing me or not, because if you can't tell me, then I'm not able to really know. I left my mic off when I went to have a drink. But I'm coming back here. What was I saying? I started the topic at the point of loneliness. I started the topic at the point of loneliness, where I was saying in the West, people are becoming more lonely. I don't know about the East. I don't know about Kenya. I don't know about the other places where the people are becoming more lonely. I don't know. So my question is, do you know of somebody who has become lonely? Do you know of somebody who has really gone downhill because of the things that could be happening in their lives? And I was giving a few examples of what people tend to do when they are lonely. One of the things is they can indulge in eating habits. So they can eat and eat and eat and gouge in food, and therefore they increase in their weights. And the problem with that is that they feel guilty, and then they start now trying other ways of cutting down the weight. Some people can stop eating and they become very thin, because it's also that maybe they don't have the appetite and all that. Some people can't go to sleep and all they want to do is sleep and more sleep. Some people can go into a shower and all they are doing is let the water flow and flow and flow, because they feel like they can wash this thing that is causing this loneliness. And I was saying the loneliness, once it's built up and built up and built up, it can end up becoming a depression. And when it's a depression, of course, the depression also has different types of symptoms. But I had begun the day with saying, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we are going to rejoice and be glad in this day. So I'm ever so sorry for the part that it went blank, because life can also go quiet, you know. I had put the microphone, but I had switched it off. So sometimes we can switch off from the rhythm of life, and when we switch off from the rhythm of life, then we find ourselves in a place where we are not able to relate with one another, and it can be a sad story. It can be a very sad situation. But again, like Jeremy Damaris is singing with us, bare no tiakwa bare nore ikoragwo ya mushukania kedehera bara. So sometimes the enemy, the devil, could be bringing these negative thinking patterns. They could be bringing these negative ideas in your life. They could be bringing other problems, you know. And then the systems of the world may not be working for us, because there are systems of the world that sometimes don't work for us. And therefore, there are so many things we can blame. But we can start from the kitchen of our minds here, the kitchen of our hearts. I had mentioned that earlier. We can start with those. And once we start with those, then we can be able to clean them up. Sometimes we don't want to, we don't feel like, but it's important that we clean up our minds, we clean up our hearts, so that we can be able to now start working positively with God, and therefore we can be able to have streams of life coming from us. Otherwise, bare no tiakwa. Let me just have a look at some of the comments I had received previously, and therefore we will be able to continue dancing together. Karibu.
Baleno gugati yakwa, baleno neve okoroa, janona okero anyige, no kahota na todo winya. Gitagira ngoreno yakwa, nani ndore babango tungatire. Baleno gugati yakwa, baleno neve okoroa, janona okero anige, no kahota na todo winya. Janona okero todo ella, rojo wa korea. nathani wengai nowe wagaroranirie hamani ageitwo na njibere ambite wengai nowe wagaroranirie hamani ageitwo na njibere ambite Okay, ho, no kiamwe wake. Nyumba yakwa umegitagere nanda gweta baba unjiguage.
Asante sana Jeremy Damaris, asante sana. Thank you so much for that beautiful song. Yes, and when we sing Bare Notia Kwa Bara, it's not just Bara yanyo, but as in a family, because Bara again, the big war, the big battle is the battlefield of our mind there, like Joyce Meyer says. The biggest battle is in our mind. So I don't know what could be happening around you. I don't know if you know some people who are struggling na Bara share the mental problems and all that. So this morning, like I said, and I hope now you can be able to hear me. Don't run away when the voice goes down or the audio disappears. Just please comment and tell me the audio has disappeared. This was my debut of Good Morning KDM family. This was my debut, or rather the first day. So please help me to be able to know that you can hear me loud and clear instead of running away. So I'm just going to challenge you straight away. Please do not just walk away. If the studio is not doing the job that is supposed to be done, if I'm not doing things right the way they're supposed to be done, please help me. Don't run away. Listen to me and tell me, Esther, tumekupoteza. Esther, we have lost you. We have lost the audio. Because without an audience of you and you and you, I wouldn't know what exactly I am doing here. But you can be able to help me to be able to do this. So, karibu sana. Welcome back. And for those who are still with us here, and thank you so much for joining in. And I want to say thank you for everyone who has joined us since morning, because you've been so helpful. I've been able to talk to you, and we have touched on a few issues. So thank you so much for joining in, because it's our program. It's not my program. It's not Esther's program. We are here to support one another as the Kenya Diaspora Media family. So if I go down, you go down with it. If you go up, you go up with it. So karibu sana kwa kunisikiliza sana. So in winding up, because I'll be winding up in the next 15 minutes or so at most, because I'll be playing one other song. In winding up, one of the things I want to say is this: there is an opportunity for you to rejoice and be glad. There is every opportunity for you to rejoice and be glad, and the best way to do that is for you to purpose in your mind here that we can clean the kitchen of our minds, yes, as early as possible. I'm not necessarily saying early in the morning. The very moment you know there is a niggling thing in your mind that is giving you problems there, that is disturbing you, that is like disturbing the quietness of your mind, please, you clean it up and you get rid of it if it needs to be gotten rid of. And then you bring in the things that will help you to be able to grow and develop. So like in a kitchen, our everyday kitchen, we clean it up and then we prepare the meko, we prepare where we need to prepare our food, then we prepare the ingredients of the food that we are going to make. And I was talking to a lady yesterday called Mary, and with Mary we were talking about the kitchen of our lives as well, and we'll be extending these topics. And that's why in this Good Morning KDM family, it's about bringing you here so that we can be able to get started with you and me. And as you continue to encourage me, as we continue to encourage one another, then we are able to continue with Good Morning KDM family. Because I want us to be waking up with rejoicing and gladness. I want us to be able to be waking up to a brand new day and be able to fill that day with gladness and rejoicing. If you ask people what is it that they're looking for in this life, they will tell you they're looking for happiness. They will tell you they're looking for fulfillment. They will tell you they're looking money, they would say. Some people would say, I'm looking for money. But what is that money for? It's because you want that money to bring some joy or rather happiness in your life. You want that money to bring some fulfillment in your life. You want that dream that you've always had, that it will be accomplished. For example, if you wanted to drive a big car, you want to be able to buy that car so that you can feel that rejoicing in your heart. But I'm going to say this, rejoicing and happiness, sometimes it's not necessarily in the things that we are after. It is in the setting of our minds correctly. It's having the right attitude from the beginning of the day. You can have the right attitude. You can set your mind right for you to be able to rejoice and be glad. So I am saying this. It's important that we have these chances in life to be able to do the things that we need to do. And thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to play one song and then I'll have a final word. But if you have a comment and you want to say something, please chat here in the chat or in the comment boxes and I'll be able to get back to you. So we have one more song from Jeremy Damaris here and then we will be calling it a day. Hello, good morning, good morning. There we go. So here is the music by Jeremy Damaris. Let's play some more music from Jeremy Damaris, our CEO.
Now
That is my prayer. Gaidathima, God bless me. I don't know whether it's the same prayer you're praying today, but I'm praying that God will bless us and expand our territories. Yes, like in the days of Jabez, that we will not experience any pain, but will be expanded, that God will continue to grow us the inside out. Yeah, we must start from the spirit person. Let us grow that spirit person from the inside out, and then we will be the Rema. Yes, we will be able to grow and grow and grow. Let me recognize my guests as I am about to say or call it a day. Let me just recognize those who have been joining me this particular morning. You've been with me tangu gari ilipotoka stesheni. You have been with me. So here we are. Penina Kigara, karibu sana. You are tuning in from Kitale. And Penina, thank you so much. Paul Gadonjia, asante sana for tuning in. Hannah W, thank you so much for tuning in. Regina David, thank you so much for tuning in. And Moses Kokach, thank you so much for tuning in. And Betty Kemani, asante sana for tuning in. Annie Chege, thank you so much for tuning in. Kenya D, thank you so much. And Jacqueline Kagure, thank you so much. Julia Minor, thank you so much for tuning in. And Rachel, Rachel Nyingi, you're saying good morning. So thank you so much for everybody who has been liking this and also has joined me. And I'm just about to call it a day. And I am so glad that you joined me in this Good Morning Kenya Diaspora Media. And hopefully we will be able to be good morning each other and be able to speak about a few issues. Today I was speaking about being rejoicing and being glad in the new day that the Lord has made. Why? Because it's a present that he has given us. Dwelling in the past doesn't help us. Dwelling in the future does not help us as much. Yes, it's important that we think about the future, but we don't go ahead of life. We need to be able to enjoy this very present day that God has given us as a gift. It's not necessarily blank, because God has promises upon our lives. So it's filling in the blanks. So it's a page with the promises of God in it, and you fill in the blanks. And as you fill in the blanks, then you're able to fulfill what it is that God is calling you to do. One of the things I've come across this week is, when I was being fearful of starting this, was just do it. Esther, just do your passion. What is the passion that you have? Oh, I like talking to people. I like educating and learning with people. So my job is to do what God is inspiring, and I believe it's the Holy Spirit inspiring me to do. And then as I do it, I am blessed and you are blessed. I wouldn't be looking back in the yesterday and think, oh, I was supposed to go to Kenya Diaspora Media and encourage 1 or 2 people or 10 people, 1,000 people. Because if I don't do what I am supposed to be doing, I can tell you I will be feeling blank. Yes, and I'll be like Jonah, who had been given a mission to go to Nineveh to preach, and then he was trying to run away. So I'm not going to run away from the calling that God has given me. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. You know, many of us, sometimes we sit down and ask, what is the will of God for my life? What is the will of God for my life? But I've been encouraged by a friend of mine. Her name is Tabitha, and she was saying she's been reading this book that says, just do it. What is it that you're feeling passionate about? Just do it. In the process of doing it with rejoicing and with gladness and knowing that this is a new day that the Lord has made, then we are able to fulfill that potential. We are able to get that fulfillment that we need. Yes, and I am so thankful that you're there. You can be able to tell me whether you're listening to me and hearing me loud and clear. So we started at around 10ish, or was it a 10:15 or earlier than that? And we've been running for a good time. So what I'm gonna do now is just say thank you so much for joining in, and hopefully we can be able to join in another day and continue with the Good Morning KDM family, and we can continue with the rejoicing, and we can continue with being glad in it, because it's the day that the Lord has made. It's important that we rejoice. And by the way, before I go, one of the things I'm going to say, this is an open platform. If you'd like me to host you, it's a volunteer program. So we don't pay, and but you can be able to grow yourself in the media production. So if you have a person who would like to grow in presenting themselves, or in bringing a message that they would like to bring a message. In the past, you know, the TV stations used to charge a lot of money. Kenya Diaspora Media does not charge. And of course, we don't pay you. You come with the message, you come with the thing that it is that you want to bring to the nations, and then we will be able to open the door and open the opportunity for you. Otherwise, asante sana. Mungu awabariki kwa mambo yote ambayo munajaribu kufanya, kwa sababu Mungu ni mwema na Mungu ni mwaminifu katika hali zote. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful day. From me, from Esther from Leicester, it's adios amigos, it's kwaheri ya kuonana, and we'll be back soon with another episode of Good Morning KDM family. And you can be able to be following us on YouTube. You can be able to follow us on Facebook, and you can also be able to give us your opinions and feedback so that we know whether what we are doing is right or is not right. Otherwise, asanteni sana, sini nawapenda. Mungu awabariki sana na wazidishie neema. Asante kila mmoja wenu, asante sana. Thank you so much. Karibu sana. Thank you and